All right, so here's one of those instances where knowing those special rights is extremely helpful. We have this triangle here, and we need to find both x and y. So one of the first things that I'm going to do is I'm going to first determine what kind of triangle I'm working with. So this angle is obviously 90 degrees. This one's 45. Now if I want to find that missing angle measure, 180 minus 90 minus 45 is going to give me 45. If you already knew the values though of the triangle, you would automatically know that this is a 45, 45, 90. Now, I'm going to use a light bluish color to write in what I already knew about the sides of just a general 45, 45, 90 triangle. This side length is going to be 1. This side length is going to be 1. This side length is going to be 2. Okay, so color coding, light blue is going to be the general side lengths. But as you can see, I don't want the general side lengths. I want the other side lengths. Now, here's what I'm going to do. Since I know these two values correlate and these two values correlate, I'm going to create a proportion. So I'm going to say 8 over 1 needs to equal, so doing the given value over the general value, okay, given over general, equals given over general, y over 1. Well, what do we know about division by 1? Anything divided by 1 is itself. So if I were to just simplify this, y is going to equal 8. Well, that's nice and handy. So I know one of my values. Check. I got to find this one, though. So let's set up this proportion here. I've got 8 over 1. So given over general equals given of x over our general of the square root of 2. Now you're probably wondering, okay, now what? Well, when you learned about proportions way back when, you probably remember learning about this thing called cross multiplication. What does that mean? I'm going to put that to the side right over here. Cross multiply. Well, with proportions, if I already know that these need to be exactly the same, I can take these two values and multiply them together, these two values and multiply them together, so these two right here and these two right here, so that I end up with 8 times the square root of 2 equals 1 times x. Well, 1 times x is just the same thing as x. So x is going to be 8 square root 2. Now I have my x and y values. This one's going to be 8 square root 2, and this one is going to be 8. You would run into a similar thing if you ran into a 30, 60, 90 triangle. You would just set up your general side lengths around the triangle and then create proportions to find the missing sides.